Hello and welcome to the final 9 of the Discrafts Green Mountain Championship. We are here at Fox Run, man.
Yeah, we are.
BigBarri commentary.
Tournament's almost over, man. We got 9 more holes. This is the 18th stop out of 20 events.
They always fly by so fast.
It's crazy.
Well, we just need you guys to subscribe to our channel. That would be great if you guys could do that. I'll put this knife down. We don't need to talk about that anymore. Just do it. We're so close. We're like less than 4,000 people away. So it's gaining some traction.
People love this channel, just so you guys know. You couldn't tell.
In case you didn't know. A lot of fans, but not as many as we'd like. Redalen is a fan of playing well. Right now, he is tied atop the leaderboard with Paul McBeth. Just took his first bogey of the round. McBeth just missed the birdie putt.
Heading into hole 10. Hole 10, though.
Yeah.
That's the important part, Jerm.
Okay, let's
315, wide sidearm. Get it wide because there's a left to right crosswind here. And then it's probably the second easiest hole in the course, so it's a must get.
The rest of the holes, aside from 16 and 18, feel like high birdie opportunity, and I think it's a race to get 7 birdies on the back nine.
Look how windy it looks.
I think if either Paul or Cole can get 6 or 7 of these final 9 holes, I think they win.
I totally agree, yeah.
But
that would make sense.
I think it's very much there for these guys, though.
Oh, I think...
Oh, Paul's trying to get 2 at once. Oh, my gosh. Did that stay close? I think he hit cage.
He did. And it just shot straight down, it looked like, from that first camera angle.
This could have been devastating, actually. Yeah, wow. Hits straight cage. And it does get some rebound.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, but very good. I easily could have rolled all the way down the hill and OB.
Or could have got in.
Or could have gone in. It was so close to either, honestly.
This could go in, too, I think.
A little short,
yeah. Mm-hmm. The right shape, though. This needs to get down and dig. Yeah, okay. We got some people on the green here. Cole's the farthest out, about 27 feet. No, probably about 20 feet, yeah. Way to put a Band-Aid on that bogey he took, previous hole. Why does Paul's look farther than all of theirs? Is it because he was?
They're all the same exact distance.
Yeah. Cole's look really short. Paul's look far. Krans. Kind of on a little cold streak. And a good spot to be on a cold streak. Three toughest holes on the course. Comes out of there 1 over.
1 over through 7, 8, 9.
Not the worst
deal. I mean,
nobody's signing that contract. But after it's said and done, you're like, okay.
Yeah,
fine
exactly.
with it.
Yeah, totally. Well, that's over now. Perfect approach for Calvin. I might sign that contract.
No.
7, 8, 9, 1 over?
Yeah, before you even start. No, nobody's going to do that in this field, Jerm. I'm sorry.
Gosh, if I did yesterday, that would save me 5 of them. No, to save me 4. Anyways, on to 11. The only thing that's really changed from this one is they brought the OB in on that left side of the fairway, making the hyzer shot a little scarier. players might be making the adjustment by trying to go a little straighter off the tee than they typically have in the past. But other than that, it's just get up the fairway clean somewhere and find a way to scramble around the corner. Very fast green. Putts can find themselves going OB as well as approaches.
Turn it over a bit much. There's those branches over there, and he gets through them. Yeah, that's fine.
A little sketchy. Oh my gosh. What a...
That's fine from
That's
there.
nice.
Yeah, that's fine from there. It's under 300 to the top of the hill where it goes down to the bucket. There's a funny wind that was put.
3 of them.
I saw a bunch of people do it on my card too.
Really?
Yeah, it was just kind of a right to left cross, and so everybody was trying to hug that tree line.
And Cole makes the adjustment, but
I think he's throwing a mid-range.
he's asking for it to drop. Ooh. Just barely in time.
Is it in time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is definitely safe. Paul, this is a little wider than... That's a lot wider than you'd like to take this one.
Yeah.
Just never really had a chance. Even if it gets over that rock, he still didn't have enough momentum to get down the hill. McBeth probably eyeing up that left side, going high. I mean, just inches away from being essentially all the way down the hill.
Yeah, either really good or out of bounds right, but still probably the same score. Because that had a lot of height. Moving right.
Mm-hmm. All right, Cole, an opportunity. Knowing Paul's not close. That right side has grown in so much on the straight gap, and he hit the tree, but also caught a little bit of the foliage there that's grown into the fairway.
Nice.
Well done there for Gannon. And I think that the straight gap used to be the line that people would prefer. I think that that's now moved to the outside left gap. That's evolved throughout the years. Would you agree?
I think a lot of people are doing what Gannon did and Paul. Kind of just trying to get lucky.
McBeth doesn't even want anything to do with it.
Rare from him. He's usually running all kinds of stuff.
See that? He hit the little bushy thing. I wonder if that is what caused
Yeah.
him to change his mind. Oh! Oh, okay.
Wow.
Whoa. I love that.
Yes. A little bit of emotion from the kid.
That meant a lot to Cole, and for good reason. He recaptures the lead with that huge putt. Reminiscent of the Barsby putt in 2018 when he won the World Championships.
Yeah.
I think Barsby's might have even been a little farther up the hill, but they're similar. Gannon just creeps over the rim and in for the birdie. And the two Pauls will walk away with pars.
I like this a lot better. There we go.
Now, that wasn't even close to hitting anything.
Perfectly thrown.
A little inside there for Isaac.
Wait. Rolled all the way down.
Yeah, that... If you're wondering how Isaac's disc got there,
I saw it rolling, yeah.
it's because it hit something up in that high side and spun out into the fairway and then wrapped back towards the pin. It was
Really?
kind of wild, yeah. Staying here with our chase card, Isaac. Going the wide right, the wide right route. Just doing what superstars do.
Krans, Buhr tied, McBeth, 1 back of Cole.
What's up, guys? Anthony Barella here. I'm super excited to announce my first signature bag, Anthony Barella's Signature Series AX6, in partnership with Grip and Discraft. To have my first signature bag is honestly just a dream come true. I've always worn a grip bag ever since I got one for Christmas when I was 12 years old, and 13 years later, I finally got my first Signature Series bag, and it just goes to show that hard work pays off.
Hole 12, par 4, 730. Tee shot, hyzer, out of the hand. You want it to land in this area. From there, you would like to open up the angle to throw slight hyzer into this pin or sidearm if you have the distance. If you're tucked in on the right, it creates a very difficult shot. Big turnover, the out of bounds right then comes into play. But I think a deceivingly long tee shot.
That's pushing that right side and getting the late skip in. That's beautiful.
I like it. I love it. About 400 in from there.
You think the footing really gets in any of these guys' heads when they're throwing their
Yeah,
approaches?
I think it gets in everybody's head. If you land in a spot to where you're slightly going down or you're slightly going up, I don't think it gets in your head. I think you think, okay, it's not going to affect me. You know, you make a mental note of it. But I think the better way to ask is, like, does it affect them?
Does it affect them?
Yeah, and I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've been called a clod hopper before in clunky boots and concrete feet, right? And all these, and a lot more things that are pretty hurtful, honestly, if we're going to tell the truth. These little awkward side hill run-ups just throw me off completely. I'm whipping my arm around like it's a weighted meat sleeve, and I have no clue what's going to happen next.
Ball short left. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough for anybody. I think it affects everybody. Unless you weigh 13 pounds. And you just kind of glide through and throw darts.
I genuinely believe that is like one of the biggest advantages of the smaller frame disc golfer is the ability to run up hills with less force slowing you down.
Yeah.
This is, wow, this is turning right so much. This is heading OB.
That's brutal. That's a horrible mistake.
That is a shocking miss for Redalen, who's been really on it with his angle control and disc selection. That's gorgeous. That's going to come up a little short, but the line was absolutely spot on. So even though Paul is way short, he might actually be gaining a stroke.
Maybe, too, if he can make that.
He was closer than I thought. He was actually just mid-C2.
Big putt here for Cole. It's okay. It's not okay.
Oh, goodness. You got to knock that down. Final round with the lead.
Yeah, it's okay to be aggressive and throw. That's why you did that shot.
Right.
So that you could go out of bounds, pin high,
Right.
and you make the putt.
Uh-huh. Well. The two chasers that still have an outside chance both walk away with birdies on 12. Meanwhile, our leader, Cole, takes the bogey, and McBeth, for the second time in just the last 3 holes, is going to be gaining a stroke on Cole with a par.
Paul and Gannon are only 3 back at this point.
If you'd had said that going into 7, 8, 9, I say their chances of winning are just as good as anyone else's. Yeah. Going into these stretch of holes, they're going to need some help still because the upcoming holes are so easily birdied with one good tee shot. But they are very much in striking range. There's no question about that.
I would say if they get the rest of them, they got a pretty good shot.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, you saw this one played earlier perfectly by Calvin. Just down the power lines with Heiser.
A little high.
Yeah, down the power lines with Heiser.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. I don't think that was how Gannon drew it up. But that matters not as long as he walks away with the birdie.
A little early.
And that's kind of what happened with Isaacs in a way. The backwards roll out into the fairway and then back forward at the end. So Paul's going to be in C2.
This is the power line by a thread.
That last little limb didn't seem to cost McBeth much. Should be home free for the birdie. Puts a little bit of pressure here on Cole.
Looks great.
Yeah, that is how you draw it up.
So good. Well, he ripped it.
Yeah, he went for it. He's actually still away for the par. An awkward little stance there with the bush right behind. Not able to get his traditional stagger stance, but able to deliver the par putt. And Gannon is on a birdie streak, folks. And he's doing everything that he could possibly do. But that's not enough to gain strokes on our co-leaders.
Nope, that's a big birdie for them to get.
I agree.
It's a tricky one. Get in there, can hit a tree easily. Oh, that's a buttery release. Calm down, buddy.
And with that par, Gannon overtakes Krans for 3rd place, and Krans is now in a tie for 5th.
Another tricky one. Tell us what you do here, or avoid.
Well, you want to avoid hitting the trees in the entry because they are just rebound roll-away machines. The slope on this is not drastic, but it is close enough to the OB line that anything that starts rolling is probably going to find that OB line before it stops. You can play the high wide route that we saw with Isaac earlier, or right down the middle. If you go down the middle, you're probably going to have a wooded putt. If you go Heiser, you're bringing those trees into play with the rollaway potential. So Gannon's playing with the trees a bit and finds himself, edge of circle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As long as he's got a straight look, and I think he does, I like that for him.
All right, now he just needs a good reaction off of these trees.
That's going to be a technical one.
Yes, very technical.
Uh-huh. The high left is where some of those, you just don't even have a line in some places up there.
This is very high.
I think this is the hyzer on the inside. This is kind of a hybrid between those two methodologies. Hits a tree.
Stayed in bounds, though.
Yeah, that's not going to be close. I think Cole's going to have a really tricky 40-something foot putt coming.
And this needs a reaction off the tree.
Oh, it does.
Oh, there you go. There.
And that goes from a blocked putt to, I think, wide open.
Yeah. Still pretty far.
So it will be Redalen first. Knows McBeth is inside the circle.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to be a tap in coming back.
No. I think that might be a kneeler.
Just another one, just a half-inch low.
Gannon just outside the circle. Can he keep the pressure? Yes.
Of course he can. Disc golf Thanos, man. Oh, Paul doesn't really have a technical putt at all. It's pretty much wide open.
Way farther than I thought.
Yeah,
Or
I thought,
closer, pardon me.
yeah, it's closer to the basket,
Yep.
farther up the fairway.
Yeah.
I'm with you on both accounts.
Straddle. Good putt.
Didn't seem to affect him too much, but
Lengthy kid, you know. Got a big reach.
mhm.
Paul, little Krans,
that's the kind of
stymied.
Redalen's the guy that you see and you just think to yourself, like, that guy's an athlete. I don't know what kind of athlete he is, but like that guy's doing something sports wise.
Who?
Redalen.
Oh, yeah.
If I were to just see him in every day, I'd think to myself, this person can probably shoot a basketball pretty well.
Yeah, you're probably pretty sporty, buddy.
And then I'd probably go box him out, like in the cereal aisle. He'd just be like, who are you? What are you doing? I don't know.
You're just shadow boxing next to him?
Just pretending I'm still living in the good old days. Can't box me out, dude. 320 through the woods, hole 15. Got to avoid these trees on the left side of your screen there. They come into play if you're not quite inside enough. There is a way to play around them, and then you're playing with some more trees, but the pure line is down the middle with a fade just before those trees.
Is that inside?
Yeah, it's 2 inside. And that's going to challenge Gannon's birdie streak. It's going to be way short. Big tee shot now for McBeth, who just gained the lead.
Pulled it.
Door open once again for Cole now to gain the stroke he just lost. Sliding on the tee. That is not his normal forehand. That was definitely something happening with his footwork that threw him off.
Wow, great reaction.
Yep.
Nothing great here.
Yeah, this is beyond where we expect even the great McBeth to make one from. An effort for sure, but
I mean, the card kind of lets him off the hook, though.
truly. Krans has an opportunity, but he's so far back at this point, it seems unlikely that he could do anything at this point.
Yeah, like we said, they needed to get them all. So. Wow.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? This guy is unbelievable. This guy is unbelievable.
Disc
Jerm.
golf Thanos, man. He's got the distance power stone, the putting power stone, the approach, no bogeys, no OBs. But I say it,
That gets him within 2.
I know that he has a bogey, but he goes OB and he gets less bogeys than anyone.
Wow, beautiful putt.
Well done. Good birdie for Krans once again. The chasers are the ones with the birdies, and our leaders, or the ones at the top, are walking away with pars on 15. Keeping it interesting down to the finish line. One thing is a little different than the rest right now. My goodness.
It's a big birdie streak. Parker Welp, 11 under through 17.
I had the pleasure of playing with Parker Welk during round 2, and guy's playing with some fire.
Yeah.
He's sending in putts from everywhere. Super smooth game. Obviously, we saw him win DDO a few years back, but like, it's a more well-rounded game now than what we saw back then. He was doing it with big forehands and aggressive play and big putts that was all coming together for him in this magical moment. He is a very well put together disc golfer. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the hunt. More tournaments to come.
Massive tee shot here. Just to make it look good for the rest of the competitors. Put a little pressure on.
There's a little left side. Needs a little bit of love. Gets the love.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy. Gannon Buhr is inevitable.
Be nice off the rock pile.
It may have. Hard to see exactly what happened over the little tee pad there, but it could have come back into play. I think you'd like 50 more feet of distance.
Really good.
Maybe
That's
good
really
reaction
good.
here.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
And it opens up the hyzer. I mean, that's as good as you can place the disc.
I would agree. He might have even found a spot without roots, which is the real rare thing to do on 16.
It's funny how it happens.
Oh,
huh?
boy.
Some people get all the love.
Some guys get all the fame.
And, yep, we've all been in this spot. All you can do is pitch it out.
Yeah, that's brutal. You just can't survive the kick left on 16, at least to still get a birdie. It's going to take a great par save. Cole's going to have to dig deep. Well done for Krans. This might even get to C1.
Wow.
Close to it, yeah.
It's a great shot. All right, McBeth. Oh, well, Gannon's first, it looks like.
Oops. I feel your pain, big man. All upper body. And his back foot actually slipped a little bit there.
I'm sure he's going to get a little trickle off the...
He's a world champion, man. That's just how it goes.
It's not an easy putt from over there.
That was a good adjustment mid-run up with a little slip.
Just to have a two-stroke lead with 2 holes to play.
Yeah, big moment for McBeth. Look at that. Nothing in the run-up.
Got to skip.
It's... Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought he kind of threw it a little soft.
Yeah, it looked like that, didn't it?
That's a testament to his skill, I guess. That's a great recovery shot. Cole will save the par. But like you said, down 2 with 2 to go. Anything can happen on 18, and I guess 17 could potentially be a stroke separator.
Oh, big time. Land at circle's edge. That ain't no gimme.
So impressed with Paul Krans this week. Even with the miss there on 17 or 16, he's been playing super duper well. Huh.
Massive miss. Massive miss. Because he's the one applying the pressure right now.
I can't
And now
believe
it's-
that. He
and
just
now
missed that.
Yeah. Now McBeth has a short putt to get. He's gonna have a nice lead. And Cole's the one struggling right now. You know?
Yeah. So what are we gonna have
He's going to have Cole by 2, Gannon by 3.
Gannon absolutely had to have that.
Yeah, he had to get them all. Keep applying the pressure, And now McBeth is in charge of his own fate.
He's in the driver's seat. Completely in the driver's seat here. And really what it comes down to, he birdies 17. He gets the luxury of playing 18 incredibly safe, and he forces the other players, if they're within 2 still, to have to go for an eagle somehow.
Mm-hmm.
What a position to be in for McBeth, a player that, you know, some people probably question whether we'd see him back on top of the podium. Already winning a few weeks ago in Idlewild and a chance to take down a second Elite Series this season.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how these tee shots end up. You don't want to land, you want to get close if you're McBeth. You don't want to land at circle's edge because then you have to go. You have to make it. You want to see some height. And that's wide. That's going to be...
It's going to be wide right.
Even get to circle 1.
I don't think it's going to be in circle 1 now. It's outside, but it's close.
That's the spot I was talking about. You'd want to avoid that
don't
spot.
Want to be there.
That's incredible.
Well, a shot against the base here could put some pressure on Paul.
It seems similar to what Paul just did.
I think he'll be a little closer.
Almost hit his disc.
Yeah, wow.
It's not great
It
either.
is just a little closer, but...
That putt from right there, the basket is so high on this hill. I actually really love this hole.
I think it's a fantastic hole, and there's no other hole really quite like it, even though it just kind of shapes up as a just pretty simple little hyzer. It's anything but just a simple hyzer. There's some technicality. When the wind's coming through, you have to play with angles and change your disc accordingly. Lower approach for Cole.
Tighter, though. Needs skip. Yeah.
Okay.
McBeth will be up first.
And, I don't think you want to be first as the leader. You want to see what the other guys are doing. Everyone applied the pressure perfectly. Big putt.
Oh, wow. What a putt. What a catch. Low left gets the catch.
That is huge for McBeth. What a putt. Great putt for Gannon, but man, that really applies so much pressure to Cole to A, make this putt here. And then Paul can just take so much off his tee shot on 18 and play it any way he wants to and force Cole to either go big off the tee, which he could do. He's got the distance to do something interesting. Well done for Krans. Or trying to one-up me on the ugliness. That's hilarious. What a soundbite. That's really funny. Okay, 18. There's been clips of Nico going big Anheuser, playing around the tree, trying to get himself, doing it successfully, getting him to what, like C2's edge?
Yep.
So
maybe
it is
inside
possible.
that, actually, a little closer.
A little closer than that, okay. But I'm curious what Cole's going to do, because there's like what, $2,500 difference between second place and third place.
Yeah, I think you just play it regular, and then if you need to run it, run it.
Okay. Well, McBeth gets to show them what they've got to do here. Get this one in bounds, and you can pretty much call it.
Looks good to me.
No, it's dead center. Gannon being 3 back, I don't think, he's not going to do anything crazy here. I think if he makes that putt on 17,
Yeah, he might have to.
he
Try
might
something.
he might go for it.
For sure.
Boy, I know right now Redalen would love for Gannon to be 2 or even 3 strokes back of him to let him just let the disc rip. But he's got a lot he's got to be thinking about right now. Yeah, this is the move for the birdie.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think if you get over there on the left side, or even on the left side right there,
Yeah,
you
he's
can
okay.
you can throw the Spikeiser and give it a chance. You know, I don't like the low sidearm for him
Okay.
to give it a chance, because then you're really testing the out of bounds line.
All right, McBeth is going for the low forehand, just trying to keep this one in bounds. Doesn't go for the pin, wisely just puts it 80 feet away.
That does mean Cole is going to throw it in, because we said 9 under was the mark. And that's... Oh, blast the anizer.
Sit.
Good
Well
shot.
Remember yesterday, Paul hits that hillside on the back and stood up and rolled OB long. And he made the putt to stay on the lead card. And he's going for it.
Yeah.
Right? That wasn't a play for the birdie.
Yeah, I think he was going for it, like trying to do a little soft bid. That's why I like the hyzer.
Yeah, because then you can give it a run and stay close. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well,
but you got to try to do whatever you think you're gonna make, whatever shot it is that you're like, okay, I think I can make this shot. It's kind of looking like a little Conrad-y there for a second, you know?
Yeah. Will the backhand turnover with the putter?
Mm-hmm.
Very similar.
But let's talk about this guy for a second.
Oh, totally.
Paul McBeth wins the Idlewild, gets the monkey off his back, and then comes out at D-Glow, leading after the first round there.
Yep.
Falls off a little bit, and he's tapping in for his second out of 3 tournaments being the champion. And that means Gannon's it.
This is a financially lucrative putt right here for Cole. And it does not go in. And he's going to swap places with Gannon Buhr. Even after starting off with a bit of a dud for him at 4 under in the first round, is going to come back and take second place. Paul Krans, folks, let's give this man a moment as well. That was a huge putt as well. He was in a tie for 4th place with, I believe, 2 other people. I think that putt was for $1,000 or if not more.
Yeah, more, probably with bonuses and stuff. Points is huge too.
And just what a great week for him.
What a great week for Gannon coming back with a...
So hard to do in this day and age.
Just being so far back and then coming back to get second place.
Cole, another great finish. But like you said, man, this guy is not just... He's not just back. He's in charge.
Yeah.
This is amazing to see this guy come back after the injuries he dealt with in 23 and 24 and really put together an incredible season. And the win here, the 200 points that he's going to be getting for winning this, is I think it should jump him up a little bit in the Pro Tour standings. I don't know what exactly it did for the world standings, but there's little Pablo, his wife Hannah.
I am pleased to present your 2025 Disc Craft Green Mountain Champion, Paul McBeth.
When you started your pro career 18 years ago, the kids in your card today were 2 and 3 years old respectively. What does it feel like to compete at the highest level alongside this newest generation that you likely inspired?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you see them learning every tournament. They got something new, and I know when I was at that age, I was always trying to find something to work on, something to get better at, and you can see it with these guys. I think all 3 of them were 20, so yeah, it's just enjoyable, and you see new names every week. Today, I felt like I was pretty flat all day, but I wasn't taking bogeys, and that was the big thing. So I was able to avoid any really big numbers. That's what kind of kept me in it. Gannon came charging, Cole took the lead for a bit, and Krans was right there. So yeah, I minimized the mistakes, I feel like. Everything feels good. I just need to get into shape. You know, I got to be an in-shape 35-year-old. So that's some off-season goals for me. But overall, I feel healthy, and yeah, I feel like I can do this all day.
Well, you got your son coming up to you, Pablo. I'll give you your dad in just a second. Anyone else you have to shout out?
Discraft, they've been here for so many tournaments. I've been with them for so many years now. It's an honor to have them on my back and throwing their discs. So I appreciate Discraft and the GMC, the whole team here for putting this event on. So I'll shout out all the sponsors. Grip Equipment is free flight too.
Let's hear from Paul McBeth one more time. Okay, bye-bye.
Nope.
Good job. There you go.
All right, so taking a look at the standings, Paul actually jumped up 4 places with that win. That's a huge win for him in the Pro Tour standings. He is now in 2nd place, just a few points ahead of Calvin Heimberg. No one's going to catch Gannon for 1st place going into the Pro Tour finals. That was already kind of a foregone conclusion, but there is potential strokes that could be gained and lost going into the Pro Tour finals in Lynchburg. So MVP is going to be really big for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so impressed with McBeth. We watch Gannon Buhr, and it seems like he just never makes mistakes, and he shoots 13 under par. I mean, comes back from nowhere to take 2nd
with a bogey.
But what I'm seeing is 2 out of the last 3 tournaments, McBeth's your winner, and that's the guy who I feel like he's really the last man standing from that generation, kind of blocking these guys from getting the wins, and it's quite impressive because a lot of people counted him out. And that's 2 out of 3 wins, and we got a couple really big ones coming up. I can't wait for USDGC. That's the one that's on my mind because Major.
Oh yeah,
he's in form. Gannon's obviously in form.
Both 2-time winners.
Exactly. So
yeah.
we got a fun season still to go. Only 3 tournaments, but it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, it's always exciting, but certainly McBeth thrills us once again and brings some parity to the sport that I think is really exciting. And seeing a 35-year-old do it, it's just something nice about that.
Well, he's the greatest of all time, man. He's a GOAT of our generation, without a doubt.
Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate you. We'll see you guys next week in Maple Hill. Take care.